We live in a paradox of being human. Let me explain what I mean by that, and also let you know that there is an answer to this paradox that most people do not recognize. So the paradox is this, that we are both individual as well as part of a group. Okay, so we are an individual being, an individual soul that has its own thoughts, its own purpose, its own way, but we're also part of a group, part of a family, part of a community, part of a work environment, part of a team, part of a church, et cetera, et cetera. And so every single day, the paradox is deciding whether we're going to put ourselves and our own interests first or the group's, or are we going to put the group interest first before the self? And there are schools of thought to support both. And that's why it is a paradox. You don't really know intellectually which is the correct thing to do, but there is a way to know what the correct thing to do. And in my experience, it doesn't start on the level of behavior. It doesn't start with putting me first before you or you first before me. It starts with the perception of who you and me are. So when we have this perception of my value and your value is of equal importance, and that I couldn't do life without you and you couldn't do life without me, and so we need each other, we come to this place of realizing that I want us both to win. I want us both to prosper. I want us both to benefit. And that will mean sometimes putting me first and sometimes putting you first, the team first. So how do I know what is what in any given day when there's so many things that can happen all throughout the day? Well, here is where the ticket comes in that most people do not talk about, don't even really know until you try it on and practice it. And the answer to that is inner guidance. We all have an inner guidance system, whether you want to call that intuition, whether you want to call that gut feelings, whether you want to call that Holy Spirit, whether you want to call it divine mind, higher teacher, whatever, higher authority, whatever you want to call it. This is an inner guidance system that we all have and all must learn to get in touch with, because when we bump up to those moments where we don't know if we should put ourselves first or the group first, we must ask what to do. We must consult higher authority, higher wisdom as to what is the most appropriate course of action here. But again, it starts with the decision in the mind and what voice you're going to listen to. Am I going to do this for a selfish reason, or am I going to do this because I want us both to win? And if we both win, sometimes that means putting myself first and filling up my own cup. But if we both want to win, it also means much of the time I want to give as I want to receive. I want to serve and bless you, knowing that I will be taken care of because of the law of the universe. And so it really, really, really must be left to guidance on a daily basis as to if you're going to put yourself first or the other first. And you're going to notice that when you base these decisions, this seeming paradox, on inner guidance, that sometimes it'll be for you first, sometimes it'll be for them first. And in the end, it works out so that we both win, so that we both feel heard and paid attention to and acknowledged and belonged, and so that no one feels left out and you don't feel depleted because you don't take care of yourself or whatever the case may be. So my friends, the answer to this seeming paradox of being human is to know that you have inner guidance. And the only way that you can actually know that that's a fact is to try it on. So begin to ask, begin to pray, begin to listen, begin to contemplate, and begin to follow along with the inner intuition and gut prompts that come after asking what to do. My friends, this is how we live in cooperation with this loving universe so that we can always make the best decisions. And we make the best decisions when it comes from asking higher authority what to do in any given situation. So if this is helpful for you, please like, please comment, please share it with a friend, because these are the types of messages that need to spread around the world. I love you, friends. Peace.